Murray, and we'll see you in a few moments for the men's NPL fixture after this one. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I just got to give the man a call and stuff.
Just give me a thumbs up.
Ah, yeah, cool. Right, just check, but all up and going, ready to go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tony Pignano, I'm the CEO for Tasmania, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2025 McDonald's Women's Super League Trophy presentation. Thank you for everyone who's come out today. It's a gorgeous Devonport day. Considerable difference to last year where we were in the pouring rain in the wind, but congratulations to the Devonport women's team again, back-to-back champions. Fantastic effort. Congratulations, Tom, as well. Another trophy in the captain case. Becoming repetitive, but I'm sure you love it. I'd like to now call on the captain of the Devonport Strikers, Women's team, Georgia, to come and say a few words.
I guess firstly, thanks to South. It's always a great battle to get to. You girls really strong this year. You probably took the pressure off us a bit at the start of the year, just with a few signings. So I think mentally that really helped us. But yeah, thank you for the game today. Secondly, thanks to all the supporters that come out every week. We really appreciate all the support. People that aren't really a part of the family, it's good to see sort of outsiders coming out and watching. I think we play some really nice football, and it's
present the trophy to the winning captain.
Congratulations again to our Women's Super League champions, the Devonport City Strikers. It's the NPL men's game between the Devonport City Strikers and South Hobart.
I know I can see it was going to be.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Walker. Bench number 13, Riley Morgan. Number 14, Harris Noakes. Number 18, Eli Wright. Number 22, Kieran Brown. And number 25, Alfred Hess. For the Devonport City Strikers, number 1, Fletcher Cruden.
Hello and welcome into this final round matchup between Devonport City Strikers and South Hobart Football Club. It's the last round of the NPL. South Hobart have been crowned champions, or will get crowned champions this afternoon. It's been a long, interesting season. Many of the neutrals maybe have circled this one on the calendar with could have been a potential banana peel for South Hobart, but they have just gotten over the line with Launceston City slipping up against the Kimber Lions a couple of weeks ago and really only losing that one game this whole season. South Hobart, it's been a fantastic effort. This game also notable for another reason on the Devonport side of the field. Kieran Mulroney, captain of the club, 300-game player, has announced his retirement after today's game. I would urge everyone to read the Facebook post, social media post that Devonport made about Kieran. It's listing off some of the achievements that he's had. And 300 games in the NPL is a massive achievement on its own. But given they've won the NPL 6 times, the Lacka Celtic Cup 5 times, including some great Australia Cup runs as well, Summer Cup titles, Best on Ground, Media Award, and again, captain and player of a magnificent club in Devonport Strikers. So congratulations to Kieran, and hopefully it's a good game to send off this season and send off the career of Kieran Mulroney. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Lovely day up in Devonport. My name's Alex Mummery, and really excited to bring this one to you. As I said, should be a competitive one on the field, one that I think South Hobart will be wanting to run out the victors, given they've had such a successful season. But I think Devonport have a lot to play for, obviously, with wanting to send off one of their own, Mulroney, in his last NPL game. Equally, it's just one of those things. I think if a team's going to celebrate the title on your ground, you want it just to have that slight bit of bitterness about it, that maybe they didn't get over the line against you. So for Devonport, I think there's a fair bit on the line. For South, I think they'll just be wanting to have fun and celebrate this one. It's been a good season for the first year of Max Clark, and they'll be wanting to warm up for potentially the National Second Division. They're calling it the Australian Championship, that will get underway after the season. And I think that's been really the target since they announced that, and within bringing Max Clark in as well. So they've received that bit of news as they do get underway with this set play that they've been running the last few rounds of the season. Sort of almost like a union sort of lineup. I'll run you through the teams while we get underway here. Devonport in the blue today, the traditional blue and yellow. Devonport Strikers, we have Fletcher Cruden in goals with Connor Park, Toby Barton, who will take this throw in, Cody Sturzaker, Dylan D'Agostino, Kieran Mulroney, obviously the captain, retiring, Mitch Burley, Kirk Aitken, Lachlan Van Newtigen. As a hard challenge on Nick Morton comes in, and they do get away with Brady Last and Raph Reynolds rounding out the 11 for Devonport. For South Hobart, a classic 11 for them. We have Nick O'Connell in goals with Adam Gorry, Musashi Kukubo, Jacob Lancaster, and Sam Berezanski. Kobe Kemp, Brad Lacka-Seljic making a start. Nick Morton, who's had another fantastic year. Austin Yost, Alex Walter, and Toby Havainen. As Devonport try to get through on that occasion and can't quite get it through. And I'll find it Adam Gorry to set up in the right back position. Adam Gorry, it's one of his old clubs, one that he came through at, and he's played at a few now across the NPL Tasmania. Fletcher Cruden will take for Devonport. The higgledy-piggledy old Devonport side coming to the end of this season, obviously with a really lengthy suspension to Charles Bidwell, probably the biggest out for them. But Colin Innes also, who's their top scorer, and he's not far off the golden boot either in the league. Also not taking the park as Adam Gorry makes his way down the right. Can he go around his old teammate Mulroney? Finds the byline. Mulroney slides in and makes a nice little touch on the ball. It's a bit of a pace difference. The old veteran, he's done well enough to make that easy for Cruden. Aitken try and get some control for Devonport. Ball comes back over and around as I think Yost has pulled down his man, and it is pulled up by the referee. I think there's a sort of a multiple storylines to this game. Obviously, we did talk about the retirement of Mulroney coming in, but I think on the South Hobart side, I'm assuming there will be quite a few South Hobart supporters tuning in on the stream as Cruden's clearance isn't great. Stozaker with the clearance, and Barton will thump it forward. Lancaster. This is kind of that dual thing now of it's not just the last game of the season. This could be viewed by some as a bit of a on the beach kind of dead rubber to some, but it's now that South Hobart have that carrot of the National Second Division. Ball comes through and is cut out by Barton. Max Clark won't want to see standard slipped, and I think the team will be hungry to make a good impression in that competition. So Winan tries to slip in. Yost! Well saved by Cruden. It's come out well. South Hobart starting with that classical energy. It's nicely recycled by Berezanski. So in these black kits going today. Not sure if that's something that they've had in the works for a while. This ball comes through to Burley. Devonport not able to create anything on this occasion. O'Connor will collect with the ball at his feet. Devonport setting up in almost two people up top. A shape. Van Nutigen on this near hand side. O'Connor will take his time. This has been the characteristic of South Hobart's players. They've been wanting to play through their holding midfielders and centre-backs, and they push their full-backs all the way forward. They weren't able to do that at all against Launceston City, and that's really the blueprint that I think a lot of clubs should be looking forward to beating this side, at least in the NPL. It will be a different sort of taste in the National Second Division. There's Kukubo and Lancaster very comfortable on the ball. Kukubo says, I will go a bit more direct, and Connor Park will head back. Collected by South Hobart player. Shifted out wide. Park again. Thumps up in the air. Well controlled by Vinan. Kukubo. Gorry. Seljuk to Kemp. Morton. Well away by Barton and Mulroney there. Into that run through. It's not enough. I think Kukubo's come all the way from the back. About the mouthful. Chased down by Van Nutigen, but O'Connell aware of the threat. Nice tackle in there, and then taken out on the far side. Referee must have to pull that up. And D'Agostino on the ground there for Devonport. Interestingly, they've also got Raph Reynolds sort of sitting in front of the back three or a back four for strikers as it falls to Burley, away by Lancaster. Berezanski. A little bit of a bobble on the way. There was a few little up and down sort of patches in the WSL game just prior to this. In saying that, Holly Road pitch is probably looking the best out of any I've seen in the last few weeks in Tassie. They do protect it well up here. Next ball looking for Morton. Doesn't find its target. Prudent to take his time over this one. Yeah, probably a disappointing season for the Strikers in some ways, given all the success they have had. And you'd be interested to see what sort of moves they try to make in this off-season. Obviously, with Kieran Mulroney leaving the team, will create a bit of a problem for them in filling in not just the position, but the leadership as well. I mean, they do have options there. Raph Reynolds and Kobe Barton, accomplished centre-backs in their own right. As do also have Dom Smith, who's on the bench today. Go direct and is headed away by Park. It's chopped away by Mulroney. Sturzaker looking for Van Nuytgen. Bodied by Lancaster. I guess that sort of connection between the likes of Sturzaker and Burley and Van Nuytgen today will sort of give a bit of a window to where the Devonport team is heading. Obviously, with Bidwell, we'll see what happens with him next season. Obviously, just that suspension really throwing a bit of a spanner in the works for any sort of title contention. Also with Taylor Last sort of coming out of the team last season. Always been impressed with his tempo control and work rate. And Reynolds can't work it out in the middle there. Kemp plays it off. To Yost. Really working his way through. Lots of contact there. Referee not calling anything. Just get chopped. Yost lines one up. And Lakaseljic. Not able to win the ball there, and it's well marshalled in the end by Raph Reynolds. He's making sure those, as I was saying before, those younger players who've been sort of getting cups of tea in the NPL probably the last 3 seasons really start to hit their straps. I know Jordan Payne's another one. Big raps on him. Physical striker. We'll be seeing that next generation of Kieran Mulroney's come through eventually. Strikers fans. Kubo will control. He'll go wide. Into Morton. Switch does come across. Here's Gorry. Walter. Gorry again. He's got Berezanski between the lines. Doesn't use him. This is the tactic from Tom Ballantyne, is let South Hobart play around at the back at the moment, and they're very happy to. They have to give them two times at asking. Let's clog that middle. Got 3 at the back, wing backs. Jackson Aitken in the double pivot. They stop the influence of Kobe Kemp and Nick Morton. Kemp just getting on the ball there. Comes forward through Havainen. He's through ball for Nick Morton. Doesn't find its intended target. Cruden taking his time. As mentioned, Devonport have probably pushed South Hobart the most in this season outside of Launceston City. In particular with the win they did get at Darcy Street. But some people would think that Devonport maybe gave one away against South Hobart in their matchup at Darcy Street a few weeks ago. Sam Berezanski scoring a goal from inside his own half, and discussion of, you know, absolutely brilliant opportunistic goal and a good finish from Berezanski, but keeper on that occasion also well off his line and didn't deal with the bouncing ball. Here is Berezanski now. Nice turn inside from Morton. He's got Gorry on the outside and finds him this time. Don't want this man in space. Chips it up and away by Park. Battling through his Kemp. Goes low and hard. Ball comes in again. It's just over the top. Sturzaker's head. Flicks out of play for a corner. Adam Gorry will tee this one up. He's nodded back in. Kukubo, dominant aerial threat. Trying to find something in there for South Hobart and can't. And the roll from Cruden just finds Aitken, and well marshalled in the transitional phase from South Hobart. And characteristically indecisive play by Adam Gorry there. Walter tries to go around Barton. Barton can be such a good reader of the game and read that beautifully. And he's picked up for a free kick. Bradley Kaseljic, the man on the receiving end. Floated over the top from Jacob Lancaster. Just out wide again. A crafty instinct. Flashes across the face of goal. It's been all South Hobart so far in terms of the possession. Long ball from Cruden. Just loops over Van Newton's head. O'Connell. Nice touch from Morton. It's Walter. Does he get clipped on the way through? He's straight back up. Referee says nothing happening there. Lovely combination play. From Walter and Morton. It's the thing that, again, up on that loss against Launceston City, but it is really the only time they've properly blotted the copybooks. So those flicks just weren't quite coming off in that game for South. And just the way that City designed their defence was very well done. That ball comes in and it's away by Reynolds, followed in, blocked away. Berezanski with the shot there. Which comes in for Gorry. Walter out wide. Cross comes in again and it's away by Mulraney. Oh, stuck his foot in there and will get pulled up. Just trying to decipher what's happened here, whether it will be a free kick to South Hobart. For a second that the Devonport defence was moving out. Just the one in the wall for Fletcher Cruden as Mitch Burley tries to get his positioning right. Adam Gorry over a dead ball. As an opposition play, you probably never want to see that. South Hobart supporter put a few good in this a few good ones in this season. Ball comes up and in at the back post and away by Reynolds. And it's been picked up for another stoppage. Cruden start to launch it long. Back in for Morton. On a park away. Swung through the middle. Barton will just get there first and absolutely hoik it forward. A few South Hobart supporters made the trip up to revel in this one. Obviously getting the job done last week relatively comfortably. It's nice for them just to have this game all wrapped up. Sturzaker under pressure by Nick Morton. Poked away. Kemp was pressuring Barton well. There's a player down in the middle as well. Not looking too good for that player. So we'll get checked on now. Players will just have a little drink while that's happening. Just give us all a bit of a chance to regain our breath about 20 minutes into this one. I think when you look at the story of this season, I think everyone had big raps on South Hobart in the, well, I guess in the early game. And Max Clark coming in with also big raps, with obviously the local experience here in Tasmania beforehand as a player. He never really quite broke through onto the NPL stage for going off to do other things. This has obviously got a wealth of knowledge in his travels since. And I think a lot of players wanting to buy into that. You probably also growing up playing with Max also can just help that recruitment aspect a little bit. You look at Kobe Kemp coming across from Kingborough in particular. Fred Hess as well. All ex-South Hobart players, but have been at Kingborough for quite a while. I think Kemp, over the time, for mine, he's definitely top 5 in the league So over the last few seasons, he's won MVPs. He's won Best and Fairest. Even though Kingborough have actually had probably a better finish, or could potentially have a better finish this season, finishing in 3rd. Still a massive loss as shove out of the way on that occasion. Comes wide to Walter. Away goes Barton. Here's Kemp again. Yost. Morton. Ball comes in. And away again. Devonport holding strong. Counter press from South Hobart happening here. They're really trying to go forward onto them. This will be that pressure Max Clark's looking for. Try and spring Van Nugent over the top. O'Connell with the header away. Might have been able to catch that. No chances. Press from Devonport comes out now. The other story to this season is it's not necessarily been super comfortable in every game for South Hobart. And again, we were talking a little bit about this in the other game on earlier. Who's in your team of the season for, at the time I was talking about the WSL, but NPL, Nick O'Connell, even though some games he hasn't had a lot to do, games he has had stuff to do, he's been absolutely fantastic. Some terrific saves, penalty saves as well. Often will be that last line of defence with his feet as well. Some stiff competition on the bench as well, with Kieran Brown coming back in, making a couple of appearances himself throughout the seasons. It's well done by Sturzaker. Nugent plays it back to Mulroney. Middle of that back three today. Barton, calm and collected as always. Lancaster takes no chances. Puts it out for a throw. Here's Aiken. Hits it well, and a nice low down save by O'Connell. That's what I'm saying just about O'Connell's performance this year. He's been there when they've needed him. I think the South Hobart defence, Kubo in particular, O'Connell, been solid throughout this year. Hard team to get at. They do control that ball so well. Comes inside to Alex Walter. Barton hustles his way through a few black shirts. Unlucky sort of ball. Just struggling to get that little bit of thrust through their front two at the moment. Nugent's had a few times he could run. Which Burley goes forward. Here is Van Nugent. Cuts inside. Does he have a space to shoot? It's blocked off. Dylan D'Agostino waiting in the middle for him. A little bit in two minds whether to cross that one or shoot it. I think he just dwelled on it a little bit too long. Made a nice cut past Berezanski. Ball comes in. Floated ball. Palmed away by O'Connell. And Nugent with a bit of a slice and gets a few jeers from those travelling South Hobart supporters. South supporters. Vinen will try to play out. It's blocked off by Last. Reynolds can't find Mulroney on the way out. Connor Park trying to storm down the outside. Morton and Kemp link up. Looking for the outside run of Alex Walter. Blocks off Saker's clearance. Play through into Mitch Burley. Through Reynolds. Burley again. Reynolds will go forward. Again trying to spring Van Nuytgen. D'Agostino getting involved as well. That was Devonport's first piece of link up so far. With that overload in the middle, that's what they'll be wanting to do. Just try and play through that South Hobart midfield. Maybe spring the pace of Van Nuytgen over the top. Oh, and O'Connell does make a mistake here. Van Nuytgen tries to go on his right again. Goes around. He's got D'Agostino in the middle. That's a good challenge to Cooper, having to make the evasive action. Just been talking about how good Nick O'Connell's been all season. That was a little bit of a nervy moment. Lucky Van Nuytgen, a little bit disappointed with himself there. It ended up being quite hard because he did put himself on a difficult angle and obviously wants that right foot. I think if he just chipped it over the top with his left, he might have given D'Agostino half a chance. Swung in, O'Connell comes again, palms away, follows up and shinned away by Lucky Van Nuytgen. Not his best moment on that one. I want to have that one back a little bit, but he did everything right on the first attempt to create the chaos, create the press. It's one of those things, if you're coaching, you think, just more of that. Obviously, kind of need to take their chances to win today at Devonport. Normally, such a clinical side. Very hard team to beat at Valley Road throughout the course of the NPL's history. Sorry. To Walter, and gets wires crossed a little bit on the way out. D'Agostino now. Swung in. Almost not dealt with at the back post. South Hobart do come away. Devonport's best passage of play so far. Starting to ratchet up the pressure on South Hobart. Mulroney bustling through. Can he do something in his last game? Van Nuytgen. Mulroney's still up there. They want to put something in high up for him. This player who has scored a lot of goals from centre back over his time as well. Does come through, blocked again. Last with the chance. It's better from a Devonport. Strikers fans be buoyed by that. Maybe just a little bit of overconfidence from South Hobart. Being shown up a little bit in the last 10 minutes here. Still an incredibly dangerous side, even without this on the team sheet. Taken all the way over the back. Lost and Yost. Yost is one of those players I wouldn't like being matched up on. A little bit of a prickly character, but also moves in a way. It's very unpredictable. Very competitive. That's what you want if he's on your team. He's had an exceptional year as well, making that transition over from Olympia last season. The long ball gets headed back from Kieran Mulroney, characteristically. I think with a player such as Mulroney retiring, it really does give you a bit of a chance to reflect over types of teams he's been involved with throughout the time. Obviously some of those Chris Gallo teams, fantastic for Devonport, the cup runs. really just the solidity and the partnerships he's been able to forge at the back there with the likes of Barton and Dom Smith and Connor Park, Raph Reynolds. So go past here for D'Agostino, sets it up for Van Nutigen, and it's blocked away by O'Connell. Devonport starting to really find their feet here. There is Mulroney on the header. And South counter now. Nick Mawson. Gorry. Does he have space to shoot? Pokes it in behind. Morton with a shot from a very tight angle and batted away emphatically by Cruden. This game's come to life in the 33rd minute. Just the angle and the amount of power he got on that from such a tight range, and Cruden shut the door on it. Might have been hitting the post anyway. Batted away with some power. Nice bit of play from Gorry and Morton. Danger's not cleared yet. We'll tee up for Hervinen. Gorry. The back post is Kakubo. He jumps for it. Yost follows up. Turns and shoots wide. Game really coming to life now. As I've said, all the play with Devonport over the last 10 minutes or so. South Hobart, a few shots in anger and probably the best chance of the game in terms of challenging the keeper. Falling to Nick Morton. I think this will be a great game for the neutral at home. Certainly enjoying it. So goes down. Stays down. Park trying to stay with Morton. All teamed up by Mulroney. You can see he's up for this one. But he probably not quite where it was a few years ago. But one more game at this level. And he'll get himself in the book for this one too. The old, there's no punishment playing the last game. Does get a yellow here. Obviously won't want to get sent off in his last game. He's trying to block off the run. It's Kieran Mulroney. Seen a few slices of cheese in his time. Will present a good opportunity for Adam Gorry to swing this one up again. Delivery's been pretty good in this game so far. I've been really liking how Devonport have been putting their corners right on the top of Nick O'Connell. Hasn't been able to catch either. And Gorry do something similar here. In the air and away by Sturzaker. Good jump. And last goes around Morton, but I think he kept it in. He has. The play on has been waved by the linesman. Kemp with time. Here's Walter. Inside. Swinging around. The outside is Gorry. Hits it early and finds the bottom corner. A clean as you like strike from Adam Gorry. A little penguin dance, possibly in reference to the town of Penguin. Obviously, Gorry coming through at Devonport. And smacks that one into the bottom corner. Had the space and time. That is a great piece of play from South Hobart and Adam Gorry. And 1-0 to South Hobart after Devonport were finding their feet in this game. It's the sort of firepower they have. Can't mark everyone on the park for South. Nick Morton, you have Kobe Kemp, Yost, Gorry getting involved on that occasion. Alex Walter on his day is as dangerous as anyone as well. I was just over-committing, just slightly over onto Walter. Found the overlap, and I think everyone was thinking Gorry would normally just stand that one up to the back post. Just slotted it beautifully. Bit of power. It's a low ball, and Devonport trying to answer right back with the corner. Shout for a handball on Yost. And that would be a nice, just reflecting on that goal, just a nice replay for Adam Gorry to look over. Such a clean hit. And Devonport answers straight back though. It's another nice high ball. O'Connell has to punch. Doesn't fall to Barton, and Yost will get it away. A few more of those. Devonport will be happy to keep that pressure on through corners. Here's Kirk Aitken bringing it down well. Teed back up into the danger zone, and well deep of Sturzaker and Van Nutigen. Approaching half-time with South Hobart 1-0 up. Thanks to Adam Gorry strike at the back post. I think for Devonport here, it is just going to be a little matter of just recalibrating. Just the wind going out of their sails a little bit after that goal. South started strongly under the pump and would have felt like they'd gotten well into this game. Martin forward. Sling it forward again. A hard one for Park to deal with. Dealt with that well by Kakubo. Swung around as D'Agostino and flashes again past the face of the goal. He's probably going to be the danger man today for Devonport. Declan Zadny on the bench. The other option that they'll look for if they need a hold-up type player. Probably slightly unfortunate note in this today for Devonport. It's often a bit of a speculative effort, and apologises to his other members up forward for South Hobart. Barton trying to thrust something forward for Devonport. Sturzaker had a little bit more time than he thought, but he's played an interesting little ball up for Kakubo to deal with. It's chopped away. Sturzaker can't get that one on the half volley. Will go out for a throw to South Hobart. The spin kick from Mawson. Kemp Morton again made a good run through on his left foot. Almost curls it into the bottom corner. Way well by Cruden, who's made a few good saves. Set up well for Nick Morton. Just tried to place it with his left. That's on his right. That's going bottom bins. That's where that running capacity of Nick Morton, you just maybe underestimate it slightly. That run to the top of the box. Kobe Kemp holding it up beautifully. Kieran Mulroney approaching 300 games. I think Morton's probably the other stalwart of the league at this point. A few players who would have been there in the opening years of... As Gorry goes through and gets chopped, doesn't get a foul. Advantage played. Here comes Gorry again, goes to the outside of the boot. Blocked off by Park. Mutagen is in a lot of trouble here. Pull back for a little infringement. Kick on Alex Walter. Yeah, really, since the move back to a state league format over 10 years ago now. And in those first 2 years, South Hobart did win on both occasions. And they haven't won one since. It's about 11 years since they've got over the line. Obviously, Devonport really asserting appearance of dominance in that time, as well as Glenorchy for a few years. Comes into Raph Reynolds. This would be a big result from Darcy Street. And they've had high hopes on launching that application for the original National Second Division and then qualifying anyway. I do like that format almost a little bit better. You know, there are a few teams from the mainland who just get that auto berth every season, but I'll make sure that we sort of get the best of Tasmanian football. Hopefully not create too much of a gap. I think if South have recruited exceptionally well this season, so guaranteed that every year, just from a competitive standpoint, it would make it a little bit hard on other clubs. That's not to say they shouldn't be doing that or anything like that. There's Barton, and it's flicked across. Reynolds. Trying to sort his feet out, and then Mulroney a little bit tangled up. And a little bit fiery. He's got to be a little bit careful here in Mulroney on a yellow. I wasn't too happy with just the way he got held up in that altercation. Kubo bombs it long. Looking to build now. Haven't had quite the controlled possession that they did in the opening of 10 or 15 minutes. I want to just slow it down as we approach half time. Shouldn't be too far away from that whistle. Intercepted by Reynolds. A little bit on the ball there. Left the foot in. Maybe a little bit studs up. And a bit of argument going on about what's going to happen. Looks like a Seljuk who's down. He was entitled to go for that one, but left his foot in a little bit, and I mean, from here you can't really tell, but like it was a little bit studs up, yeah, and late as well. So don't think it will be ascending, depending on what the referee thinks. Yeah, it will be just a slice of Raph Reynolds, but a bit more on that shade of orange rather than a straight yellow. I'll have to be walking a bit of a tightrope, and Brad Lakaseljic's sake, I'm sure he'll be okay. He's up now. So, physio Chrissy Tadros helping him out there. Great player in her own right as well. Not just physio for South Hobart. Gorry will take this again for South. Ball's very direct and well taken by Cruden, and that will be half-time here at Valley Road. First 45 in the books. South Hobart going in the sheds, 1-0 to the good. It's been a pretty even sort of game all up. South Hobart probably having a slight better of the possession and the chances as well, and really just it's been separated by a fantastic strike from Adam Gorry on the overlap. Set up well by Alex Walter. And they'll be pretty happy, the champions, to be crowned today. And they'll be wanting to finish it out with a win. And looks like they're doing the business thus far. Can Devonport fight back in Kieran Mulroney's 300th game and retirement game? Had a couple of chances themselves. Definitely look like.
Behold, it's the new McDonald Land Meal with your choice of a Big Mac, Quarter Pounder or 6 Chicken McNuggets. And the new McDonald Land Shake with 6 souvenir kits to collect. Feel like a kid again.
Second 45 in just a few moments.
You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Behold, it's the new McDonald Land Meal with your choice of a Big Mac, Quarter Pounder or 6 Chicken McNuggets. And the new McDonald Land Shake with 6 souvenir kits to collect. Feel like a kid again.
You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Behold, it's the new McDonald Land Meal with your choice of a Big Mac, Quarter Pounder or 6 Chicken McNuggets. And the new McDonald Land Shake with 6 souvenir kits to collect. Feel like a kid again.
You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Valley Road for the second half between Devonport and South Hobart. 1-0 to South Hobart Football Club in the first half, with a fairly close game, although you've just seen the stats there, with more shots for South Hobart for sure. Devonport haven't been without their chances either, but as it has been all year, South Hobart really just getting the business done through through the amount of attacking options they really have. Adam Gorry doing it on this occasion with a wonderful strike. Found the bottom corner nice and cleanly for them. And Devonport had a few kind of half opportunities of their own, like Lockie Van Nutigen with a little good runs, and Nick O'Connell making a nice save off D'Agostino in that first half as well. Referee just sorting some things out, having a little chat with Kobe Kemp just to see what's happening as the South Hobart coaching staff still making their way across the field, a little bit late from the old change rooms over on the far side. And we are underway here for the second half at Valley Road. 45 minutes to go left in season 2025. South Hobart looking to put the cherry on top of what's already been a glittering year. Team that won the Lacka Seljuk Cup. Had a good game against South Melbourne United. And looking for that second division berth. To cause some issues in that, I would say. They're going to show some good performances. And it's been a real focus of the club over the last year and a half or so. Just put a slight spoiler on that party if they can, as they play through Agostino here. Cooks his pass. And Nugent had made a good run. South Hobart, I'm sure they already celebrated in a small way last week. The final news that they were unassailably away at the top of the points table. Even though they've only lost one game, it hasn't been a season without its twists and turns at the top of the table. Longy City making an amazing run really right at the end and fall pretty agonisingly close really in that draw against Kingborough Lions 2 weeks ago. It pushed South Hobart, and especially in that game that they did drop points at Darcy Street a few weeks ago. South would have still had to come unstuck in one of these last 3 games, and given they're 1-0 up in this game, it's a completely different pressure situation today. They really don't have pressure on them at all today. Given they're 1-0 up, probably something they wouldn't feel too bad about. Yost with the turn. Atkin almost in. Long raking ball. Just gets poked across front of goals for Cruden to set up his goal kick. Surveying the field here just to see if South have made any changes. I don't think Devonport have. Last. He gets fouled. Does get bundled over. Brady last. He'll be wanting really his first full year of senior football. Obviously Taylor joining the team a few years ago and really doing well for the Strikers. Kubo heads away. And bursting away. Now down that far side, but Devonport deal with it. Called up for a offside, coming back into an onside position there. And tries to give the return pass back in. Will collect again. Floated ball across. Just will body off Aitken. It's a good block in the end. Nice quick feet from Havainen. Pushed away by Connor Park. Just trying to see if that was Harrison Oates on that far side, and it looks like he has been brought on. So just trying to change things up a little bit is Max Clark, give his team a little bit of a different look. I think Alex Walter was a little bit hobbled towards the end of that. The header comes in and is just off the line. Lancaster with the header and Oates follows up and it squirts wide. Big block on the line. Might have actually been Kemp there. Player who always plays bigger than he actually is, Kobe Kemp. Reads the ball so well in the air. South going to try something similar again. Gorry in. Kubo was teeing up a volley. Park just got his body in the way well. He's had an interesting return season, Connor Park. A year off last season. I'm talking about that sort of classic Devonport back four with Dom Smith at left back. Connor Park at right back and Mulroney in the middle, inside the likes of Toby Barton and Reynolds. Nicely done by Berezanski. Oates trying to go through a couple and can't get through all of them. The support for Harrison Oates. Obviously the under-21s have hung around to witness this game. Supporter group does want a free kick for South Hobart, not given by the referee. Reynolds has to be a little bit careful on a yellow card. He gets away with that one. Doesn't make contact. Chipped up forward. Looking for the channel for Mawson to run into. And Connor Park will deal with it just well enough. Long throw comes in and away by Connor Park. D'Agostino. There's a South Hobart player on the ground in his wake. And Devonport must do something here. They haven't started that well in this second half, I must admit. South have been by far more threatening and just haven't quite had that succinctness they would have liked. Mulroney's ball finds D'Agostino in an offside position. I guess it is a bit of a generational marker as well, potentially this season with Mulroney retiring as well. I know there's a lot of players just a little bit younger than him, but I feel like a lot of them have tried their stuff over in the mainland. Lots of rated man. I don't see the likes of Miles Barnard either running around for Devonport. Goes through for Adam Gorry. He goes deep and big. It's a penalty. Bit of a shove in the back, says the referee. And Gorry certainly made sure the ref saw it. I think it was Sturzaker. Just bundled into the back of him. Definitely made contact in the box, and as much as Kieran Mulroney's trying to protest with the referee, nothing happening, and it's like Gorry has earned the pen, and he's going to be the one that takes it. Kobe Kemp or Nick Morton, a bit of a discussion. Looks like Kobe's okay with that. Gorry lining up for his second goal today. And growing up on the northwest coast, it's surely a game that he circles on his calendar. Fletcher Cruden in the Devonport goals. Trying to make himself big here. It's Adam Gorry! And it sends the keeper the wrong way. He pumps his fist in delight. Puts South Hobart 2-0 to the good up. And it's going to be very hard for Devonport to go back to the drawing board after that one. Gorry earned the penalty, puts it away. It's been a day for a red-headed right back flying down that wing. I think you feel, not that there was much pressure on this game going in. It may turn in to a bit of a procession here for South Hobart. And will Adam Gorry for a hat-trick? I don't know if I've seen too many hat-tricks from right back in my time. Ball forward for Mawson. Can South Hobart go 3 up? They'll be wanting to put as many goals as they can past this Devonport team. Ball goes down again. Referee says no pen this time. Shielded out well. Berezanski, and they'll just start turning those screws. South Hobart. This is where they really like it. Might be one that's a little bit cathartic for some South Hobart supporters and maybe some players as well. Given that Devonport have had that tremendous success over the last decade in the NPL. Mark on success as Toby Barton's gone into the back. Adam Gorry there. He's down. And a lot of arguing happening. Referees just trying to sort it all out. Barton looking to get away without a card in this occasion. Just let the referee sort this one out. A lot of protestation again from the Strikers players. Kieran Mulroney really just showing what's happened there. The benefit of replay to be able to tell you. I would just say recommend maybe just rewinding 5 seconds back in your stream and have another look. Just a coming together, whether it is worthy of a card or not, might be crucial here, given Toby Barton and Kieran Mulroney both walking that yellow card tightrope. Still sorting out what's going on here. I think the ref's kept his card in his pocket. Now just waiting for treatment on Adam Gorry to take hold. Looks like he's up and moving. And just to confirm, a yellow card is the card shown to Toby Barton. I've got my people mixed up early in the first half. I don't think that was ever going to be a red. It's just reacting to that crowd noise over there. Or he looks like he's up and going. We'll just trot his way off. Just take that extra pause in the game. So we'll add that on to injury time. A little bit of a big stoppage there. It's a low ball in and away by Toby Barton. In goes Kobe Kemp. Just trying to slow things down here. A bit of physicality on the way out. Connell plays a bobbling ball to Yost. Goes around Aitken nicely. And weaving that way inside. Back heel and away by Reynolds. Half an hour to have play here. Maybe slightly too early for party time to come out for South Hobart. But looking more and more comfortable as this game goes on. Lancaster inside, launches forward. And Vinan. Morton. Back inside and well away by Park. Surveying the field now. Here's Oates. Goes inside and shielded off by Burley. Ball on the release from Devonport. Just again a little bit sloppy. They had some moments, keep harping on in that first half, that looked alright. They were a bit more together. Just haven't had their shape or structure or able to really get much of a foothold in this game. Curled ball forward. Here's Nick Morton again. Tees it up for Kemp. Over the top comes Park. They won't run out of room, South Hobart. They won't. Gorry. Side to Kemp. Oates goes down. Didn't get the ball though. It'll be reset again. Here's Savinen. Goes wide. Nick Morton. Lovely combination play this time from South Hobart. Blocked off again by Connor Park. I think this has been really the case throughout the season for South. In some of these games that have been less close, just get that pressure cooker going. Just sort of grow and grow and grow in confidence. Start building these combinations, and they've scored a lot of goals this season. This is one of the men who's put some of those goals away. Nick Mawson. Yost tees it up. Curls one to the back post, and good save by Cruden. Have to be alert there. That was travelling into the back of the net. That's that benefit of playing that inside winger. Justin Yost in particular. Just that right foot curler. But trying to get it moving a bit quicker now. Just want to get some momentum today. Just haven't been able to find it, and there's another example. Foul, and I think crowd over in towards the club rooms definitely a little bit frustrated with this second half performance. Just hasn't quite gotten going. It looks like Devonport are making a sub. Dylan D'Agostino heading over to the near side, as will Bradley Lakaseljic for South Hobart, and big Declan Zazazny coming on. And the number 9 playing up front for Devonport. Can a little bit of a different look for Devonport. Get anything going for them in the second half. Like Fred Hess coming on for South Hobart. In a lot of minutes this season for them. Probably favoured over Brad Lakaseljic most of the year. He's coming back over from Kingborough. Interesting sort of transition back into player from being a player coach. Very versatile player, I think. Played himself all over the park last season. This one he's been a bit more solid in that midfield. As Barton uncharacteristically misjudges the header. You win a throw-in anyway. Harry Oates for company. That'll be a little bit of a different challenge in this second half for Toby Barton. Not the paciest of customers, but does read the game very well. I think him and Reynolds in particular. Reynolds, who has played for South in the past. Now back up at Devonport. Read the game extremely well. Sometimes you just get that raw pace of someone like Harrison Oates. That causes you some different sort of problems. Again, South Hobart, when they get in trouble, they just hit that pressure release valve, go back to O'Connell, and reset. A lot of teams try to make that happen, but doesn't always eventuate. Eli Wright, who's come on as a sub, he's chopped away. Best clearance, but effective enough. Main man today, Adam Gorry, big sliding challenge Jamaican. He gets the ball on this occasion. Out for a corner. Gorry causing problems. That's probably where he's had a lot of space to run with Devonport playing his back three. To really try and overload that wing back. Sturzaker has had a lot to do out on that left-hand side. Ball's coming up. Good towering header, flicked back in. Eli Wright catches it pretty well, but fell over in the process of doing so. Caught that well. player coming across this season from Kingborough. Connor Park just copped the ball straight in the face. That's gone right on the nose, and they're painful. A few of those in my time. So if it hits you straight in the forehead with enough pace, sorts of stuff can knock you out at times. It's very close range, and Vinan definitely meaning nothing by it. Berezanski is standing next to him there. I guess you could say all the sort of fanfare in the off-season and a bit of hand-wringing from some opposition supporters about recruitment strategy at South Hobart. It's all, we'll have to say it's paid off. Kimber in particular would be a little bit heartbroken, but in some ways South Hobart could just say, look, these are all former South Hobart players just coming back to play. Right, and really crucial piece of depth for South. And here he is now. We go forward through to Nick Mawson. All over the top. He hit a hot boot. That's caught Barton. Probably a slice of cheese coming to the right. Just don't think he saw Barton coming. Something you wouldn't necessarily ping. It's really almost karate kicked him in the face from going for that ball. Dom Smith standing over the ball as well. He's played many a season with Mulroney, and just making Barton go off to get checked out. Come back on straight away. Just trying to sort some stuff out here. It's just taking place a little bit off screen at the moment.
Good job, mate. Well done.
And we will get back underway here at Valley Road. Ball going forward for Zazad Sneer, his first touch of the game. He's right. Berezanski just wanting to evaluate what's in front of him. It's for Kemp, can't find him. Right. The overlapper for Vainan. Worked out by Park. Burley's just been robbed of it there. And it's very young midfield for Devonport here today. Sort of experienced backline, but haven't really been able to progress it through that midfield. Burley's definitely talented. He's trying to take it off Eli Wright here. He's found himself on the ball well. Vinan stabbing it in to Hess. Swings it out wide. Overlaps here. Stand back up, and Cruden with a good save again. Morton just not catching that. A classic South Hobart move, that one. Ken Morton cut back. He's coaching anymore. Back when I was a young lad watching games down at Darcy Street every so often, was the MO for the Andy Brennan on the end of that one, or on this occasion Nick Morton. Can't quite get there. Some late runs of the likes of Tom Roach in before that. Barton shoots off right. He seems to be at the centre of everything at the moment. Shade settles in. Bush end of Valley Road. Morton is warming up on the sideline. They'll want to get as many players as they can involved here today, South Hobart. It's one of those ones where you want to touch the pitch on the day you win the title. He would be the last man on the bench. Could take place. On the park. Squeezing through. Now he's bombing forward. Pokes a little bit soft, but it does find Zasny. Goes to the back post. Van Nunigen just bounces in front of him. Wasn't sure whether to leave it to go in the bottom of the net. Best chance of the day for Devonport. Really good run forward from Connor Park, and a well-weighted little ball in from Mitch Burley. Zasny, he was trying to shoot, but maybe he was just trying to find the run at the back stick. His wires crossed a little bit there. No slide for it. I think maybe just thinking the shot was out of his reach. Better from Devonport. I've just made that slight shift, pushing Connor Park further forward on the right-hand side. Interesting little change from Tom Ballantyne. Dom Smith coming on. Rosansky really just made things tick over for South Hobart this season. A little bit unsung in this team. I think in terms of working with his centre-backs as a defensive midfielder, he's been great. Here he is again, making that forward run. Delivery's decent. Chopped away. Let's sit up for Camp. Away by Smith, and just followed through by Nick Morton. Just caught Dom Smith. Last substitutions happening. About 10 minutes to go in the game now. And we'll smoke it forward. Blocked by Kobe Kemp. Down by Park. Smith. Rosansky tries to go forward. Away by Reynolds and controlled on the way out. Zasny. Get on the end of this one. Send him to the stands. Adam Gorry. Devonport members not enjoying that one. Going to go long here, Devonport. Can they add a bit of spice the end of this season for them? It's gone back in. Two players turning around, not knowing where it was going to land. Didn't matter in the end, though. With a slight hospital ball for Raph Reynolds to deal with. They try and release Eli Wright on this left-hand side. Smith has to play it. Let's get it up the line well. It's Park. Through ball's a good one. McConnell just gets a foot in on time. Better balls out of the midfield for Devonport. Coming in. South on the counter though. They're in space. They pull it back. It's a big save by Cruden. Can it be followed up? Oates just not putting it wide enough. Thought he caught it okay. Went low. Cruden down well. He's made some good saves today. Could be a higher goal scoring tally without him today for Devonport. Yeah, Oates low and hard. Straight out the keeper. Berzanski would take. Not his best delivery. Get another opportunity. At least have a throw. It's not a corner here. Toby Havainen will come up for this one. Getting into the final 10 minutes. I think South pretty home and hosed in this one. Just being able to play without pressure today. With Launceston City breathing down their necks. Just released a little bit of that in the last few weeks. They have had the better run in as well. I remember Max Clark saying, "Ooh, is that it's been coming together?" Obviously, with the loss a few weeks ago against City, sort of putting the title race back on. City had a slightly harder schedule in to come unstuck just a little bit against Kingborough. Also had more fixtures. South really benefited by playing on that day that most other games got postponed or cancelled. Just cleared out the back end of the fixtures just a little bit for them. Sometimes a game in hand can look good on paper, but you've got to win that game in hand, and it also means that sometimes your fixtures get put together closer than you would like. It's probably another element to where Lonnie City just came unstuck. It's still a good year for them. I think they'll be very happy with a second place finish after really getting too close to that really throughout the State League reformation here. Devonport, on the other hand, we did talk about this in the first half as they get themselves into a little bit of trouble. Ruby Kemp almost in there. They'll come through Oates now. They want a third South. Little flick by Wright. Morton. Wright! Makes it cherry on top for South Hobart. The deserved champions for 2025. They put 3 away up at Valley Road. Place that's not easy to play. They've deserved everything they've got here today. That was a lovely bit of play. Dancing their way through and putting it away. It's Eli Wright. South Hobart. And that will bring a smile to many faces on the stream. People tuning in to watch these celebrations for South Hobart. Devonport probably sums up their season. It's been a little bit disappointing. A few tough moments. And as much as their WSL season has really gone off without a hitch, Tom Ballantyne, I'm wondering what to do when it comes to next year. We're back to the drawing board sort of season. Probably not the way they would have liked to send off Kieran Mulroney. His 300th and final game. That doesn't diminish any of the accomplishments that he has. For the South team, really start to think of sky's the limit. Obviously recruited extremely well throughout the off-season. They're looking to push for that second division. Oh, we'll see how far they can go in that. I think they'll be really wanting to test themselves. I think a lot of these players, especially the likes of Kemp and Morton, who maybe could have had a move to mainland clubs at other points in their career. Ball comes into Zadatsny. Can he get the consolation for Devonport? Tees it up and flashed over the top. And he just snatched at it. And again, sort of sums up the day. See a few Devonport supporters heading for the exits, just a couple. Potential. And O'Connell will just be taking every step that he can as he falls over. Park's header doesn't find any targets. Just wonder how things will change for Devonport in the off-season. Obviously still a lot of experience, especially in that back line. You can see Dom Smith and Connor Park out there at the moment. Colin Innes can come back in for them. D'Agostino's had some good moments at times. Really, just sort of, and naturally all teams do this. You need a little bit of rebuilding after sort of the Roberto Fernandez Garrido years, we'll call them. Go forward here. And Morton getting a touch. Zadatsny, he's got Park on his outside, tries to chop it down, and he's offside. He looked lively since he's come on. Declan Zadatsny. Oh, he's not offside. There's a free kick just been pulled up for. It's just assumed by the reaction and the whistle. About 3 minutes to go in regulation. We will have a little bit of injury time, you'd assume. Devonport would really like to see this one. I hear a few people in the crowd saying give it to Kieran. Don't think that's his jam. Maybe if there was a penalty situation, he would step up to take it, but a selfless sort of guy, team player to get from a career centre-back. South Hobart have the old lying down person in the wall setup. Be a little bit of overkill, I think, given they've won the league and they're 3-0 up, but we'll see how we go. It's Burley who pokes it over the top. O'Connell was flying and almost found the top corner. South Hobart's clean sheet remains intact. Not long to go now. You can see the sting completely going out of the game. It's been a fantastic year for South Hobart. They haven't done it easily, as much as they've unbeaten for much of the year. was closer than they probably thought it would be, but there was a mini comeback victory. I remember early on in the season, Canberra went 1-0 up at Darcy Street and South ran over the top of them. Also able to get some crucial points in some really uncomfortable positions against Devonport in the other couple of games that they played against them. And just those sorts of moments can really make or break a title season. You want to control what you can as much as you can in football, but there's so much you can't control, and often you just need things just to break your way. Had that at times, and then other times they've been absolutely imperious. I think Nick Morton will be definitely challenging for league MVP again this season. He won it last year. As Tom Ballantyne does make another substitution, and this time we'll bring Kieran Mulroney off. The final time in NPL football. Crowd standing up and applauding South Hobart players, particularly the long-time players, been in the league for a while. I'm sure they give them a handshake and a hug. Claps the supporters off. And club captain of many years, Kieran Mulroney, his final goodbyes to NPL Tasmania. Big legend of the club, and as I said earlier, definitely go and seek out that social media post from Devonport. Just some of those accolades, obviously statewide cup champion, league champion, won some media awards as well, and just been an absolute rock at the back, and also had a bit of a nose for goal at times, especially off a set piece. Good luck marking him and Miles Barnard in full flight. Two players that just read things in the air superbly. Kieran showing that over many years in the NPL. It's a slightly unfortunate way to end things, a 3-0 loss. But it's often just the situation of the league, and he's had many successes over his career. For the time being, South Hobart will almost score again. Kobe Kemp getting onto that one nicely. And another good save from Fletcher Cruden. Almost left it up there for Oates. South, I'll just want to put one more to bury this title season. They can properly celebrate the trip back home and look forward to the National Second Division. Right, tries to shoot, gets blocked away again. Coming forward. D'Agostino to Dasney, he's offside. Go another header forward. Anthony trying to run through the park, trying to bustle his way through this time. Kikubo comes away with it. It's a free kick. I guess it's just that added emphasis on the Australian Championship coming up for South Hobart. It just adds a little bit of a different dimension. I know in previous seasons, I think South Hobart were a participant of this, maybe in their second title in the Victory League, where they have the NPL sort of final series play against the mainland clubs, but all the NPL premiers are now set. So one goes out of play. And obviously the foundation clubs as well, with the likes of Preston Lions, South Melbourne, Sydney United and Wollongong Wolves. Some big crowds potentially encountered. Seen some lovely pictures of some of those matches. a lot to look forward to if you're a South Hobart supporter and a fan of Tasmanian football as well. Devonport will try and muster one more attack. So that's might be offside again here, and he is. Third or fourth time this half. Just can't get his runs quite right. O'Connell, one of the key men in this campaign for Max Clark. Really, it's the start of the Max Clark era here at South Hobart. How far will they go with the new coach? It's a big change, the announcement of Ken Morton's retirement last year. In some ways, they've been able to keep just enough continuity there with obviously Max coming through at the club and relationship to Ken as well. Ned obviously also involved in the South Hobart coaching staff for a long time. Ex-player as well. And there it is, the final whistle at Valley Road and the final whistle on NPL season 2025. South Hobart, the premiers and the victors in this one. They run out the game 3-0 to the good. 2 Adam Gorry goals, one of them a fantastic finish in the first half, the other a penalty, and then finished off in style by Eli Wright. And that will send them home very happy. The bus ride home will be a jubilant one. They already knew they were getting the 3 points, but just an emphasis on this season that's been such a fantastic one for Max Clark and the players he's brought together for this 2025 campaign. Devonport valiant in defeat and saying goodbye to Kieran Mulraney, but unfortunately didn't really muster much of a challenge, especially in that second half. You can see with the shots easily going towards South Hobart, as well as a fair bit of chunk of possession. It's been a really fascinating year, especially the run home. Definitely a little bit of jeopardy with Lonnie City making the title challenge, but South Hobart, too good all year, too much of a points bank, and finished off well with 7-0 and 3-0 to finish off the year. They'll set their sights on the National Second Division, which is now set as well. That'll be entertaining watching, I'm sure. We're looking forward to seeing how far they can go and how the rest of that season shakes out. Thanks so much for joining us on Football Tasmania TV throughout the whole season. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you. Enjoyed commentating on many of these games. Stay tuned and we'll bring you some pictures of the presentation as well. As I said, thanks very much. My name's been Alex Mummery and we'll see you in season 2026.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm taking you out to see our Tasmania. I'd like to welcome you to the 2025 National Premier League Trophy. Thanks to those who came out today to support your teams. It's been a fantastic season again, culminating in South Hobart winning the NPL title. So credit to Max and your team. It's been a long time coming, I suppose, but it's the first time in 8 years the South have lifted the trophy, and it's well deserved. City gave you a good run this year, but they couldn't match it in the end, and it's fantastic to win the title and represent Tasmania in the Australian Championship coming up. It's going to be a great series and quality games, and I look forward to watching you play in Hobart and maybe even some games in Melbourne as well. So, well done. Before I call up Captain of South Hobart, I want to call up the Captain of Devonport Strikers, Kira, to come up. It's your final game in the NPL, a fantastic amount of games and seasons, and maybe just like to say a few words.
Thanks, Tony. First, I'll start with congratulating Max, Nick and South Hobart boys. Step ahead this year. Credit to you, you boys really deserve it. Us at Devonport, wish you all the best in the championship. Go well, do well. No doubt you get some good results on that. Our boys, it's been a pleasure, not only this year, but for a few years, I guess. This year was up and down for us, not exactly what we knew we could put on the park. We saw glimpses of it, but hopefully you guys can go again and do it next year. And personally, a lot of feedback in my last 2 weeks. It's very humbling, very proud. I think when I started to now, we're never getting this feedback when I retired. Been lucky enough to win a few trophies. Had a lot of success with Devonport, and it goes not from me, but team, coaches, board, canteen ladies, maintenance guys, everyone behind the scenes. It's a team effort. It doesn't happen in a couple of years, over many, many, many years. I thank all of you for that. I thank your fans too, you, whether it's a little while ago, it's a pleasure playing in front of you. It's a pleasure the last time. Pity the bad result, but that's football. Proud of boys, myself and the club. Wouldn't get any other club. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kieran. I think I'd like to call on the Captain of South Hobart. Nick, you come up and say a few words.
Good morning!
First of all, I'd just like to say congratulations to Kieran on an absolutely stellar career. You've been a massive competitor over the years, and we've had quite a few battles, so congratulations to you and good luck for your next steps. Give her a round of applause. Thank you to Devonport for the day. Obviously to our boys, it's been a long journey, 8 years, and well due. I think the hard work that they've all put in over the 12 months that's been for that has been absolutely incredible. So congratulations to the boys. They've been super. Bushy. Tony.
On Toby!
Good
Paddy. Huey. Tanya. And Matt. I'd like to say thank you to our family supporters as well. Absolutely super. I now like to
In the back.
Hey, let him get it over. Let him get it. No.